Hey guys, good morning, happy Monday, and welcome back. So today, all of our swing trades are up nicely. I was kind of expecting, I was writing this in the Discord, that we would have a continuation from Friday's rally. Well, let me change the camera here a little bit. And then eventually maybe slow down around noon, and then maybe have a reversal or some sort of pullback. So that's what I'm looking for my swing trades. I can quickly talk about them at the end, go through them one-on-one. But you can see across the board, they're all up except SBEA, which I'm not really totally sure why. But if you understand why SBEA is down, feel free to share. So let's go ahead, talk about the day trades first. I only traded one ticker, IINN, and then we'll talk about the swing trades, and I might place some sell orders with you guys on the video because XL right now is moving up. So you can see I traded IINN today. I am not up that much on it. I'm up more than 250. Remember we talked about, my average right now is 250 a day across all trading days for the last year and a half. And that's when we started this unlimited day trading gap and go momentum portfolio. So let's go ahead and look at IINN and see how I went ahead and traded this one. Whoa, look at that flush. You know what? I'm not surprised. I was even saying in the Discord, this ticker is now on the backside. It broke below VWAP and the 9 EMA, and volume was fading. So I was really nervous what we were seeing here, and I don't know. I wasn't really compelled to keep wanting to trade this one. Let's look at the daily first and see what's going on with this ticker. So IINN is a ticker we've traded in the past. It has these quick spikes, but it never really holds its highs. And right now it's on a backside daily pattern overall. Healthcare industry, almost 8 million shares outstanding and 23 million market cap. So really nice statistics wise, and kind of in this perfect price range that we like to trade. It had a really nice sounding catalyst here. Signed strategic agreement in the US to target 212 million for Insperia over a 7-year period, subject to regulation. Okay, it just sounds really good based on its market cap, because that's like its catalyst of revenue based on 10x of its current market cap. So it sounds really good, right? But again, it's really hard to decipher for me, especially biotech catalysts. So I really like to be focused on the price action more than anything. So that's why I always go right to the 5-minute and start looking at this ticker and seeing how we want to trade it. So this one popped up pretty quickly and had a 55% front side. You could see it started moving around 9 o'clock. Let's go to the 1 minute. Actually, let's go to the 1 minute here. And you'll see I wasn't really getting aggressive on this one because it was still up only like 20-30% with big resistance above. And you guys know I'm usually a little bit more conservative until tickers really start moving over 40% with bigger volume. And that's why, boom, here I started getting aggressive on the breakout. Technically a more risky setup, but I actually felt more comfortable trading this one. And then again, I bought the pullback here, plus volumes getting better. This pullback was really nice, and your big time 5-minute support as well here at 315. You can see this is where we had a top, we had a breakout, and now we're having that retest. So I really felt comfortable sizing in here, and then we ripped up, and I started taking profits into this move higher. I could have held this one a lot longer and really sized up. I mean, these sizes were tiny here, 1,000 shares, and this size here was also not that big. It was like a 3,000 share. So I'm still trading below half my average position size, which is, it's okay because I'm still like a little bit rusty from last week taking off, and yeah, I'm still not overall convinced with the market, but we are seeing some nicer action. We're actually seeing some front side, so it's not as bad as it has been. And then I tried to trade this one a few times in the at the open, looking for a red to green and full on reversal. Well, we never really got that, so I basically said, okay, you know what, this ticker's done. It failed here. No more trading for me. And if I just sized in a little bit more, I could have been a bit more green, because right here, this was a 17% move from the bottom to the top. I mean, that's really nice. So this one move, if I just held a little bit longer or sized up a little bit more here or here in those two trades, I could have been, up over $1,000 for the day if I was just using normal size. And it goes to show, sometimes you just got to be patient. You got to wait for those really good setups. You have to identify those are the good setups, and then you have to go hard. There's no point in me trying to, make a little bit more money in this action right here just because I didn't go hard earlier. That's a mistake I used to make a lot in the past. I still make today. But what you realize the longer you trade is there's always like 1 or 2 opportunities you get every single, well, not every single day, but usually in a hotter market every single day. And if you could just really size up and hold a little bit longer in those exact moments, that's when you could really make a lot of money, and then you could walk away even quicker and not have these later FOMO sessions. So yeah, I was pretty happy that I made over 300 today. I know it's not like a big number, but I'm just kind of getting back in the seat, and it is kind of sad though, because I'm just like a few hundred away from ending the month green. This is my second red month now that I've had in like 2 years. So I guess, ratio wise, that's really good. But, if I wanted to, I probably could have gunned it a little bit harder today just to make a green month. But I feel like that's not really how you should be trading. You shouldn't be trading based on your P&L. You should be trading what's in front of you. And today, the overall market is still a little bit shaky and I didn't feel super comfortable. So I felt like if I was really gunning it today, it would have been purely because of P&L as opposed to what was in front of me. So that's why I didn't really gun it today. I do really want to talk about these other two gappers that we saw today, KSCP and FGI. And the reason I want to mention these tickers is they're blue sky setups, and they're also getting halted here. So if you go to the daily chart, you'll see this is a recent IPO, for example, but low shares outstanding, a little higher market cap on KSCP. But this ticker halted here. And you guys know that I really don't like trading halts. It's really something I don't touch. And then same with FGI. It broke out here and then halted and then kept moving up. So I was thinking, I really don't like trading halts, and I somehow always lose on halts. But I think that's because a lot of times I don't trade them, and then randomly once in a blue moon I'm like, all right, I'm going to go for this halt. This one looks really good. And then of course that one is the one that flushes to the downside 20%. So as a momentum gap and go trader, especially on small caps, I'm surrounded by halts all the time. And I feel like saying no to halts is also not the best decision. So I think what I want to do going forward is when I see a halt, trade it, but with really, really small size. I'm talking a fifth of my size. And then even if I keep losing on halts, okay, fine. I lose a little bit of money, but at the same time, I get experience trading halts because I'm really lacking good experience trading halts. And then if I start feeling myself maybe in 3 months from now getting a bit of a flow on it, then I could start sizing up more, especially based if Trade Journal is saying that I'm green on halts. So what I'll do on Trade Journal is I'll tag all of my trades that are halt trades as a halt. So I could go back in the last, for this year and see all my halt trades and see when I'm getting net positive and start reviewing a little bit more. So I just wanted to share that going forward with halt trading because it is a little bit of a shift because in the past I kind of just said no to halt trading. Now I want to see if I can start trading it, get positive, obviously use very, very small size like I said. And then if I start seeing a green trend on my halt trading and I start feeling like I'm understanding it a little bit more, great, I'll keep doing that because in a hot market, you can make so much money trading halts. I mean, we see tickers going up 100, 200, 300, 3,000% sometimes, and you don't want to miss all that action because that could be, one of those tickers that makes you a bunch of money and makes it your best month of the year. So I do want to get a little bit more comfortable trading halts. So hopefully I can position myself in a good spot for when the market does heat up and we see a bit more halts. So that's a little bit of a side tangent, but I just wanted to let you guys know. So let's really quickly look at our swing trades. I'm in all my accounts. They're just generally all bouncing up right now. The markets are looking good. Let me go ahead and open my swing trade portfolio. A lot of them are very high flyer NASDAQ tickers. Let's start with the daily. How about we're actually on the daily and go to the indexes. You can see right now we're having that bounce back to that big resistance zone around 350 on the Dow Jones. NASDAQ similar, but it sold off even more. So this one has more upside potential, around 3% or so till it finds that bigger resistance again, right around 15,000. And then the SPX, this one already reached it, kind of like the Dow Jones. So I think we still have some upside. This is what I've been talking about for a while. So I think we're going to have that, green push today till around noon. And then we're going to have a little bit of consolidation. And then the market's got to pick another direction. So we'll see what happens. For now, I have to kind of make a bit of an executive decision here. Do I want to actually go ahead and close my swing trades again and re-enter around noon or think that there's going to be larger sell-off? So you can see with QuantumScape, for example, we sold some size here and then rebought our overall long-term position here. So, am I going to keep, trading these? I'm not crazy about over trading my swing trade position, so I don't really want to. With XL, this one's a little bit different. These were some alert orders I got, and then I sized in here. Now I want to kind of close this position. So XL is a little bit different in that regard because I don't really want to hold it long term. Clove, similar situation. I started accumulating here, kept selling off. Now I'm accumulating again, managed my position a little bit, which has helped tremendously. I mean, these were all 10% I've saved on all these bounces. Space, similar situation, had a big sell-off, then it bounced back. I closed almost my whole size, and then it sold off again 10%, and I re-entered. So it's basically the same trade, just with a better CPU. And LMND, let's look, similar situation, coming towards that big resistance. So again, that question is, we're at that big resistance now. The NASDAQ probably has a little bit more upside potential, but they're definitely going to be getting top heavy. But I don't want to really close too soon because it is my overall swing trade / investments. Space, very, very similar here. Yeah, I mean, across the board, you can see it. Big sell-off. I managed the position, I rebought, and now it's moving higher. Oatly, similar situation. And then SBEA. This one's a little bit weird. The fact that I had a big sell-off. I didn't really see any catalyst here. It looks like there was the voting coming up for the potential merger. They're basically saying they recommend for the merger, which is taking place on February 3rd. I feel like it's a little bit like sell the rumor, buy the news that's going to come out on February 3rd. I don't know. Maybe it's not going to go through and it's going to be devastating. I really don't know. It seems a bit unusual for this sell-off. Maybe someone's getting cold feet and just dumped their shares. I'm going to keep looking for it. If you guys can find any information about SBA, feel free to leave comments below. I'm always interested to hear. Let's go through the swing trades one more time on the 5-minute, gives you a little bit better perspective. Here's that bounce I sold on. Here's the re-entry. And right now we're coming back to that big time resistance zone. And a lot of these tickers are up right now quite extensively. So I'm just planning to take some profits right, as we approach these big resistance zones. And it's pretty much the same chart across the board. Let's actually go to the 15-minute here on space. This one might have a little bit more upside to about 9 or maybe even 950. So let's go ahead and mark this zone. Oatly, similar situation. We didn't map out long-term support and resistance on this one so much. So let's actually go ahead and do so. And go back to the 15-minute. And yeah, you can see this is the big resistance zone that we're approaching. So yeah, across the board, I think it could be a good idea to take some profits. But I don't know. It's also tough. What I could do to manage my positions less but also make some short-term profits is I could sell covered calls as we start approaching these prices because the premiums will get higher, and I could put my exercise price around $8 or like basically the next leg up. So for a QS it'd be like $18. Clove, it would be, let's say, $3. So I can still collect a little bit more premium, but if we do get that big move, I'll get exercised, but I still make the premium and I sell at a higher price. So that could be a good way to maybe capitalize on this volume right now without totally closing the positions. Because I mean, look at this. This is a pretty significant break above the 180 SMA. So it's a tough call, and I don't want to overtrade my swing trades, but at the same time, I do think we are still in a potential bear market, and we could see a bigger sell-off for the next few weeks. So it's like a total tug of war right now, and I'm a little bit indecisive. And I feel like when you're indecisive, sometimes the best thing to do is kind of do nothing. So maybe that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, all right, guys. So that's everything for this recap video. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to drop a like on the way out. Hopefully you guys have a great start to the week. I'll see you then first thing tomorrow morning. Consider subscribing if you're new, and like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.